If you have money questions today, give us a call, 613-789-6559, extension 2803. Email us or Facebook us. Doyle and Salewski are here this morning to answer your questions. And we have a question, first of all, on the telephone. Margot joins us on the phone. Good morning, Margot. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
Very good. What's your question today?
Well, my question is, 4 years ago, my husband and I went to Doyle and Salewski, and unfortunately, we had to declare bankruptcy. It was recommended instead of a proposal. Now we're at the point where we'd like to try and get back on track and purchase a home, and we're finding it difficult to, find a lender that will help us out, even though we're slowly building our credit. Just wanted to know if you had any recommendations for us.
And this was 4 years ago, Margot, you say?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Well, there are mortgage brokers there that we work with. Frank Napolitano is one that we always recommend.
Grant King as well.
Sorry?
Grant King as well.
And they will have institutions who will assist you, and if not, they also have private funds.
And so Margot and her husband are in a situation where bankruptcy lasts for 7 years, correct?
On your credit rating.
Well, it's on the credit rating. Usually they're through it anywhere between 9 months and 2 years.
Right. So you're clear of
any
monies owing.
Any debt. That's right.
After that period of time. But what do you do to build up your credit?
Well, you can get a secured credit card, and you can be utilizing that on a month-to-month basis, and there's other maneuvers you can do to help it along.
Does it surprise you that Margot and her husband find themselves in this situation?
Depends on a case-by-case basis as to their income, the amount of money they have for a deposit. There are factors, and clearly there are some people who have family who help them along with a larger deposit, and they can get a 75% mortgage. But if they're going for a high ratio mortgage and they've just recently been bankrupted, it's going to be more difficult. But give the mortgage brokers a call. That's what they're there for.
And Margaret, you can also give a call to the credit bureaus and have them do a printout of what your actual credit report says, and see if there's any errors on there, anything that's wrong, anything you might be able to question that might be bringing some of that score information down.
Gotcha. So they can work on it from other angles, right?
Yeah.
It's not just a matter of reestablishing your credit. That's a part of the process, but work at it in different ways and see what you can do.
That's right.
And for home buying, of course, the more you have as a down payment,
the better
off you are.
Yeah, in any case.
And we have a credit repair consultant who works with us, who we refer our clients to if necessary to fix their credit bureaus.
Gotcha. All right, we have another phone call. Kathy is on the telephone. Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Very good. What's your question?
I was wondering if an individual should be approaching the credit card companies themselves, or if they should always use a firm like yours.
If you're negotiating with credit card companies?
Yeah, or if we think we should start to negotiate.
That's a good question.
Well, you can do that. Lately, credit card companies have been more amenable to speaking with people directly, with making arrangements outside of using services like ours. It's difficult, though, when you have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 credit cards to make a deal that satisfies all of them. Because typically what the credit card company wants, the individual, is you satisfy me, I don't care about the rest of the credit card debt that you have. So sometimes it's more appropriate to do a proposal, for example, where all your creditors are dealt with. They're all treated the same. They're all offered the same thing. And typically credit card companies, when they want to negotiate, they might take a reduction, but they want cash today. It's not a longer plan.
Gotcha.
So it depends on the credit card company and what they're willing to do, but it's worth a try.
Absolutely.
Either way.
Yeah.
You can also, from what I've heard, talk to credit card companies about their interest rates and try and work that down a little bit.
They'll do that too.
Before you get into any sort of credit card debt.
They'll give you some interest relief sometimes.
Yeah, you can certainly negotiate that.
And usually when we talk to people, though, in those circumstances, they don't realize how far along they are in the process. And even a little credit relief, interest rate, or even principal is not enough to deal with their actual problems. So they're just postponing what we see as the inevitable.
Okay, an email question. I believe this one is from Jack. Is this Jack's email? Here you go. We've just taken out a consolidation loan and would now like to set up a home budget. Any suggestions on computer programs or website? We own a Mac. That from Jack. Jack and his Mac want to know what they should do.
Well, first of all, I trust he's going to get a copy of the copper jar system for sending in that email.
Okay, good.
And that will certainly help. In terms of programs, I personally use Quicken, and that can assist There are a variety of products available to help with budgets, budgeting, and some
Spreadsheets.
There's a number of
spreadsheets.
sites on that. If you Google budgeting and cash flow and forecasting, it'll come up and help you out as well.
Anything pop into your mind that you would recommend?
Not really. What we do is a lot of Excel spreadsheet work ourselves.
And you actually work with your clients on this, right? You sit down and map it out on that spreadsheet.
That's right. And we also offer a credit counseling service now over 2 years. If the client's willing to sign a contract, where we will have a counselor work with people over that extended period of time on a month-to-month basis.
Really?
But for Jack and his wife, the best thing to do right now while they're looking for a program is to sit down quietly one night and really look at their costs, look at what they spend in a concise, clear way, and budget. Just write down everything they spend their money on.
Just write it down.
Write it down, and don't say, well, we won't put car repairs down because my car's okay now. You've got a budget for it.
One of the difficult things I think about doing that, though, is just sitting there and being honest with yourself, right?
And your
really,
spouse.
and putting it all down, lay it out,
Right.
And that's how you move forward. Okay, we got to move forward. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but we'll be back with more of Doyle and Salewski on Ask the Expert right after this.